Viewers, have you heard people making the pronunciation of a few words like this? Sandwich, handsome, handkerchief, adjective, plumber. I'm pretty sure you must have heard a lot many people speaking like this. Maybe somebody of you too make the pronunciation of these words like this. But let me tell you that the pronunciation of all these words is absolutely incorrect. Then what should be the correct pronunciation? Today in this video, we shall learn about the silent consonant letters. But before we move forward, let me recommend this video to be watched by every student, no matter which class one reads in. So first of all, let us begin with silent letter B. B is always silent when it is after M. I repeat, B is always silent when it is after M. Let's have a few examples. Climb, lame, thumb, dam, limb, succumb, numb, womb, and the trickiest one, plumber. I repeat, plumber, not plumber. People say call the plumber. It's wrong to say so. Always say call the plumber. B is silent there. And now another rule of silent letter B. B is often silent when it is before T. I repeat, B is often silent when it is before T. Let's have a few examples. Debt, doubt, debtor, subtle, subtle, not subtle. So these are a few examples when B is silent. And now we'll learn about the silent letter C. The letter C is always silent when it is after S. I repeat, the letter C is always silent when it is after S. For examples, muscle, scissors, fascinate, scene, scenario, and now some tricky ones. Indict, just have a look at that. Indict, not indict. It means to charge somebody with crime. The leader was indicted with crime. Another one, indictment, not indictment. Indictment, that means it's a written paper to accuse somebody with crime. Now we'll learn about the silent letter D. D is always silent when it is before G. For example, badge, dodge, grudge, judge, knowledge, lodge, pledge, bridge, hedge, ridge. Another one, D is always silent when it is before J. Let's have a few examples. Adjacent, adjective, adjust, adjoin, adjourn. So these were a few examples of the silent letter D. And now let us take some tricky examples of the silent letter D. Grandfather, not grandfather. It's grandfather. Handful, handmade, handsome, handkerchief, not handkerchief. Sandstorm, sandwich, not sandwich, sandwich. Wednesday, not Wednesday. In the pronunciation of these words, very many people commit mistakes. And now we shall learn about the silent letter G. G is always silent when it is before N. But the condition is that the word should come to an end. G N के पहले जब कभी भी हो तो G साइलेंट होगा, लेकिन शर्त यह है कि N के बाद वर्ड खत्म हो जाना चाहिए. एग्जाम्पल, साइन, SIGN, साइन, N के पहले G है और N के बाद वर्ड खत्म है। लेकिन यदि N के बाद वर्ड खत्म ना हो और आगे बढ़ जाए तो G का साउंड होगा। सिग्नेचर। आइए ऐसे वर्ड्स देखते हैं जहां G साइलेंट है बिफोर N। साइन, असाइन, बिनाइन, कैंपेन, डिजाइन, फेन, foreign, resign. In these words you must have seen that G comes before N and after N the word comes to an end. Now let us take some examples when the word doesn't come to an end after N. वहां देखते हैं जहां N के बाद वर्ड खत्म नहीं हो रहा है और N के पहले G है तो यहां G का साउंड होगा। जैसे डिग्निटी, डायग्नोसिस, designation, resignation, ignore, ignite, magnet, magnify, signal, stagnant, signature. Some examples where the word begins with G and it is before N. Here also G will be silent. कुछ ऐसे एग्जाम्पल्स जहां वर्ड की शुरुआत G से हो और G N के पहले हो, यहां भी G साइलेंट होगा। जैसे नो, नैश, नैट। So these were a few examples where G is silent. And now we'll understand about the silent consonant letter H. The letter H is always silent when it is after the letter W. Let's have a few examples. What, not what. It's what. When, why, where, which, whether, wishel. But there is an exception rather. इसका एक अपवाद है, who, WHO, who. यहां W ही silent है, H नहीं. Another rule. H is always silent when it is after X. A few examples. Exhaust, not exhaust. It's exhaust. Exhibit, not exhibit. Exhibition, not exhibition. Exhibitor, not exhibitor. But there is an exception. Exhale. Let us have a few examples where H is silent. Air, air, not hair. Hour, honor, honorarium, honest, rhetoric, rhyme, rhythm. Rhythm. Rhythm is the longest English word without any vowel. Remember, it is the longest English word without any vowel. So these were a few examples where H letter is silent. And now we'll learn about the letter K. K is always silent when it is before the letter N. I repeat, K is always silent when it is before the letter N. For example, knee, knife, nil, no, knowledge, knock, knob, and not. Let's take some examples of the silent letter L. L is silent in these words: could, would, should, half, calf, talk, folk, walk, yoke, chalk, balm, calm, armed, almond, almond, not almond, almond, palm, salmon, not salmon, salmon, It's a fish. Salmon. Kernel. I repeat, kernel, not colonel. Kernel. Now let us learn about the silent letter N. N is always silent when it is after M. For example, autumn, column, condemn, damn, like damn it. Hymn, not hymn, hymn. It's a song that is usually sung in the church. Solemn. But there is a condition. When N is after M and the word should come to an end. For example, autumn, the word is coming to an end. If the word does not come to an end, then the letter N will be pronounced. In Hindi, यदि N M के बाद हो और वर्ड खत्म ना हो तो N का साउंड होगा. जैसे autumnal, columnist, condemnation, solemnize. These are the examples. And now we'll learn about the silent consonant letter P. P is silent when it is before S in the beginning of a word. In other words, you can say that when a word begins with PS, P will be silent. Psychology. It's psychology. Psycho. Psych. Psychiatric. Psalm. Pseudo. Some more words, trickiest words where P is silent. Receipt, not receipt. Receipt. Empty. Cupboard, not cupboard. Cupboard. Coup. COUP, coup. That means to depose a democratically elected person in an undemocratic manner. Takhta palat. Coup means chicken cage. वहाँ स्पेलिंग है COOP. वहाँ P silent नहीं है. But COUP it's coup. But when it is COOP it's a chicken cage. Then it is coop. And in the end, a very tricky word, that is co. CORPS, co, not corpse. And now we'll learn about the silent S letter. Debris, isle, island, pressy. So these were a few examples where the letter S is silent. And now we'll learn about the silent letter T. The letter T is silent in these words. Casual, partial, racial, visual, often, fashion, not fasten, fashion, hashen, not hasten, soften, not soften, soften, bitch, Christmas, mortgage, asthma, not asthma, asthma. And now some final T. That means when the word comes to an end with the letter T, T becomes silent. There are a few examples. Gourmet, food lover. Gourmet, debut, depot, bouquet, rapport. And this word, very many people commit mistakes. Buffet. And now let us learn about the silent letter W. W is always silent when it is before R. Example, rap, ring, wrong, right, wrote, wrist. And some more examples where W is silent. To, who, whoever, whole, sword, not sword, sword, and answer. We'll learn about the silent letter GH. Letters GH are silent in these words. Doubter, high, height, weight, light, might, right, night, bought, caught, thought. And sometimes GH produces f sound. For example, calf, rough, tough. So viewers, this was my attempt to teach you about the silent consonant letters. I'm sure this will help you and your friends and the children of your family, no matter which class they are in. So please try to share this video to those students who really need it. Thank you very much for watching.